it's B, and I am coming to you guys today with my May wrap-up. So for the month of May, I read 4 books. It's not a lot, but it is better than I've been doing, so I'm rather proud of myself. Mind you, most of them are audiobooks, but they still count. The first book that I finished was The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult, and I gave this book 5 stars. I listened to the audiobook even though I own a hardcover copy, just to try to help me get out of my reading slump. So the story is of a girl that's struggling with her own personal demons, and she actually befriends an older gentleman in the neighborhood that's like known from coaching the Little League team to be a very respectable character in the neighborhood. One day he asks a favor of her and she's shocked and appalled, and then he confesses a secret that even pushes her further over the edge. So it's just the story of their friendship, her struggles, kind of how people blend into society and your community and you really have no idea the truth behind their story. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I would have gotten more from it had I read the actual physical book, but I definitely recommend it. The next book that I finished was Beautiful Ruins by Jess Welter. I listened to the audiobook of this one as well, and I gave it 3 stars. I was looking for something kind of summery, like a light, easy breezy read, something to get me out of my reading slump funk. And it was okay. The story had potential. I just never really felt a connection with the characters. The story starts in the 60s. There's a Hollywood actress that is in Italy, there to meet the love of her life. She's recently found out that she has a terminal illness, and it's just her dealing with that, coming to terms with the mortality of her life and waiting for her love to arrive. But during this time, she also has befriended the son of the people that own the hotel where she's staying. So it kind of begins like the tale of their short friendship. Then it returns to her life when she comes back to the States, and I don't know, it's split narrative, the jumps in times and characters. The story had a lot of potential. It fell super flat for me. I didn't have a connection to any of the characters or the world building. It was okay, it wasn't that fantastic. I don't know. Overall, I was disappointed. I gave it 3 stars because it wasn't horrible and it did have potential, but it just, I don't know, I never really connected to anything and the story just didn't grab me. The next book I finished was a graphic novel. It was Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, and I absolutely love this one, you guys. I have been wanting to read this book forever and to see the animated short, but I wanted to read the graphic novel first, and this was book 1. I absolutely love it. I gave it 5 stars. It's the story of a young girl growing up in Iran during the overthrow of the Shah's regime and the triumph of the Islamic nation, and it's just basically her story of how she's related to pre-revolutionary leaders, and so the points of view of her family and those around her and how they kind of contradict with everything that's going on in society at the time. So it's basically a coming of age story, but not just for her, but for the country as well. And just her viewpoint and perspective, story, the art, it's wonderful. It did not disappoint at all. I cannot wait to start book 2. I've been trying to get my hands on it, and I guess it's out of print, so I'm gonna have to get the complete works, which is also out of print at a local comic shop near us. So I am dying. I cannot wait to read it. It's super fast to read because it's so very interesting, but I love it that it's packed with like historical facts as well as her personal opinion. I highly recommend this one. It's so good. Dripping sweat. Dripping sweat. Crazy. Oh my god, you guys, I am like melting. The last audiobook that I listened to for the month of May was The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. It's the story of Ava Lavender. She's born with wings. Out of the blue, they can't understand it. No one else in the family has had this condition. Science can't explain it. I like the book. I like the story. I can get down with magical realism. Like, that part didn't throw me at all. It was just the beginning of the book. There's so much emphasis put on her lineage, like her family heritage and all the people in the past and their stories and how they interconnect. Can I do this, bird? Please? Can I finish? And how they interconnect with such great detail. And the only thing is that it really didn't tie into her story or any of the story and the plot later on in the ending of the book. I did enjoy it. It was a great listen. It was quick. It was interesting. There was turmoil. You guys know I'm a sucker for a non-happy ending and story. So I enjoyed it, but it wasn't amazing just because I did feel that there was a lot of book to get through before we even got to her story. And then once we got to her story, just suffering through all of the other didn't really make a difference anyways. So I gave this one 3 stars. I didn't hate it, but I just thought it fell short as far as things tying together and just the length and the detail that the author went through to describe everything in the beginning. It just, I don't know, it didn't work together overall for me. That's it, you guys, for the month of May. Those are the 4 books that I finished just in time because I am dripping right now. I'm about to hop my hot self in the pool. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching. It looks like I'm on an upswing. Definitely did better last month than I have the previous month, so I think I'm slowly coming out of my slump. Very excited about that. How did you guys do in May? What did you guys read? What were your favorite books? Please let me know below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. I want this feeling forever.